So if you are topping up your engine cooling system or your radiator or your coolant expansion tank every morning or every 2 days, you have to top up with about half a liter or more or something close to that. Or even less than every 2-3 hours of drive, you have to top up. It means there's a leakage, no matter how small it is. There's a leakage on that system. It could be from the radiator, it could be from the expansion tank or the coolant reservoir. It could be from one of those coolant lines or hoses or pipes on the engine. It could also be from the head gasket. Coolant can be leaking into the combustion chamber or can actually be leaking, depending on the engine model, into your oil pan through the sleeve gasket. So or it could be your expansion tank cover or your radiator cover is weak and evaporates through there. Whichever one. One of the easiest way to trace where it's leaking from, if you don't see it, if you tried and you couldn't see where it's coming out from, or you haven't tried at all, is to use green coolant. That's what I used. It's easiest way to dictate. All you need to do is, let's assume you are using water. Because of that leakage, you started using water. What I recommend is buy at least 2 liters of green coolant. Sometimes 1 liter will be enough, but just get at least 2 liters of green colored coolant and use it to start topping up. If it takes you 2, 3, 4, 5 days to use up the green coolant, the 2 liters to top up, by the time you empty that 2 liters, what will now happen is it will change almost the entire color of fluid inside the cooling system to green. So why I recommend green is green tends to dominate. Even if there's a different color of fluid inside the system, green tends to dominate and change the color to green water. Even if you have red coolant or whatever, green will change the color. Once you put that green, it will change it to green. So, or blue, anyone, green, blue, but I prefer green. Green is just more shouty or pronounced. So use green. So what you now do, by the time it gets to that, or even before it gets to the 2 liters, emptying it inside there, if you check, you'll see where the leakage is coming from, because that place will change to green, especially at the point when it's leaking. Though when it dries off, it may change a little bit color, but at the point where it's leaking, you will see that green coolant. So it doesn't mean green coolant is the best, but there are better coolant these days, red, pink, name it. But to trace the leakage, just use what I just mentioned. Don't mix coolant. Let's assume you already have red coolant in your system, or pink coolant, or orange, or blue. What I recommend is drain it. Find a container, drain the entire coolant into that container, or as much as possible. Keep it. Pour water, then start using coolant as it's going down. Use coolant to top up. By the time using that green coolant, by the time you finish using the 2 coolants to top up, you easily find the leakage. Even if it's entering inside your oil pan, you will see that if you drain your oil, you will see the coolant will first come out. Or if you enter inside your combustion chamber, if you remove the spark plug and have an inspection camera, if you put inside, you will see the color of coolant. Green is just the best. Green coolant is just the best to detect leakage. So that's why I recommend coolant green when in this kind of issues. But if you could have other method of doing that, fine. But this is one of the easiest way to do that. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.